Tao Te Ching. Verse 28. Know the masculine, yet keep to the feminine. Receive the world in your arms. Receive the world. The eternal virtue will never leave you, and you will return to the state of the infant. Know the white, yet keep to the black. Be the standard of the world. Being the standard of the world, the eternal virtue will not deviate, and you will return to the state of the boundless. Know the honor, yet keep to the humility. Accept the world as it is. Accepting the world as it is, the eternal virtue shall be sufficient, and you will return to the state of plain wood. Plain wood splits, then becomes tools. The sages utilize them, and then become leaders. Thus, the greater whole is undivided. Verse 29. Do you wish to take the world and control it? I don't think it can be done. The world is sacred. It can't be controlled. The one who controls it will fail. The one who grasps it will lose. There is a time for being ahead, a time for being behind, a time for blowing hot, a time for blowing cold, a time for being vigorous, a time for being exhausted, a time for having ownership, a time for taking by force. Therefore, the sages eliminate extremes, eliminate excess, eliminate arrogance. Verse 30. The one who uses the Tao to advise the ruler does not dominate the world with soldiers, for violence, even well-intentioned, always rebounds upon oneself, the place where the troops camp. Thistles and thorns grow, following the great army. There must be an inauspicious year. A good commander achieves result, then stops, and does not dare to reach for domination. Achieves result but does not brag. Achieves result but does not flaunt. Achieves result but is not arrogant. Achieves result but only out of necessity. Achieves result but does not dominate. When things become strong, they get old. This is called contrary to the Tao. That which is contrary to the Tao soon ends. Verse 31. A strong military, a tool of misfortune. All detest it. Therefore, those who possess the Tao avoid it. Decent men, while at home, value the left. When deploying the military, value the right. The military is a tool of misfortune, not the tool of decent men. When using it out of necessity, use them only with the utmost restraint. Achieve victory but without glorifying it. Those who glorify victory are delighting in the killing. Those who delight in killing cannot achieve their ambitions upon the world. Auspicious events favor the left. Inauspicious events favor the right. The lieutenant general is positioned to the left. The major general is positioned to the right. We say that victory should be treated as a funeral. Those who have been killed should be mourned with sadness. Victory in war should be treated as a funeral. Verse 32. The Tao is nameless, though simple and imperceptible. It cannot be treated as subservient by anything in the world. If the sovereign can hold on to it, all things would be in harmony. Heaven and earth, together in harmony, will rain sweet dew. All people would be at peace, and the law would be written in their hearts. When you have names and forms, know that they are provisional. When you have institutions, know where their functions should end, knowing when to stop. You can avoid any danger. All things end in the Tao, as rivers in the valley flow into the ocean. Verse 33. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Overcoming others is strength. Overcoming yourself is true power. Those who know contentment are wealthy. Those who proceed vigorously have willpower. Those who do not lose their base last. Those who die but do not perish endure. Verse 34. The great Tao is like a flood. It flows everywhere. All things live depending on it. It achieves its work, yet it does not take credit. It nourishes all things, yet it does not rule over them, ever desiring nothing, It can be named insignificant. All things return to it, and it does not rule over them. It can be named great. It does not regard itself as great. That is how it can achieve its greatness. Verse 35. Hold the great image. All under heaven will come. They come without harm, in harmonious peace, music and food. Passing travelers stop, but words that point to the Tao seem bland and without flavor. Look at it. It cannot be seen. Listen to it. It cannot be heard. Use it. It cannot be exhausted. Verse 36. If you wish to shrink something, you must first expand it. If you wish to weaken something, you must first strengthen it. If you wish to discard something, you must first promote it. If you wish to seize something, you must first give it. This is called subtle perception of the way things are. The soft and weak overcomes the tough and strong. Fish cannot leave deep water. The sharp instruments of the nation cannot be shown to the people.